Good morning. Good morning, mister. Hello. Good morning, everybody. Actually, we're going to stick to buongiorno. Buongiorno, everybody. We are back in London. What are you doing? It's fine, just go outside. We are back in London. Hello. And look at the glorious day we are having. I can't believe it. It makes it so much easier to ease in. You'll have to excuse the mess around me. The garden isn't looking the prettiest. We need a good garden day to sort this all out. But what I'm doing outside nice and early in the sunshine this morning is because I've dusted off my skipping rope. Since we've been climbing a mountain, literally climbing a mountain for the past month, I don't want to lose my strength and stamina, which is something that I find I do every year. I mean, I don't lose it drastically, but I just find by December I feel quite terrible about myself. I'm quite lucky because I don't stop, so my figure stays in good shape, but my strength goes down, my agility, just everything, and that then has a negative impact on my mental health. I tend to find winter a really, really hard time to live in. I was actually talking to somebody the other day about maybe trying one of those S.DEER lamps. But anyway, my game plan is to skip every single day. I'm going to start with 10-15 minutes and I'm just going to try and build that up every single day because I love skipping. It's something you can easily do and it's a full body workout. And of course I'm going to do other things, but this is something that I can commit to every single day, no matter what. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start by removing this cardigan because it's so warm. I can't believe it. I thought a cardigan was going to be necessary, but clearly not, especially if I'm skipping. This skipping rope is fantastic. It counts how many skips you do. It also times you. There's loads of little functions on it. I can't remember where I got it from, but I will try and find a similar one and link it below for you guys. Also, the rope is nice and sturdy and it has a bit of weight to it. Not too much, you get those skipping ropes that can hurt you, but enough, because I've got one and it doesn't really swing. You'll have to excuse, this is our grape tree that has become unruly. We've had no grapes this year, but it's because I cut, we had 2 trunks and you're only supposed to have one, so I picked one and I cut it, and I'm now worried, is there the wrong one to pick? I've been told no, and I've been told that usually you don't get fruit and then you'll get fruit the following year, so fingers crossed. Anyway, skipping for the next, let's do 10 minutes. Let's ease in. I haven't skipped, I think, since the pandemic. That's how long. But I have been climbing a mountain, so let's go. Yes, 10 minutes is enough, and also wearing a one-shouldered crop is not a good idea when you skip. I need to actually look at some activewear that's not plastic. Many of you have reached out to me about this and I really appreciate it because I did a little read up on the plastics being obviously so tight to us and close to our sort of intimate areas, and you sweat and you get hot, those plastics are leaching in. So I need to try and find brands that obviously are aesthetically pleasing, they are comfortable and fit well, and of course are not made from plastic. And my activewear wardrobe right now is pretty depressing, if I'm honest. There's really not much going on. I don't have much, but I will definitely not be wearing this crop top again. I do love the colour of this set, however. I can't remember where I got this from. I'm not going to say this isn't plastic. This is quite old, but I love this colour. So if I could find earthy activewear like this that fits really well. This one is very comfortable, and I love a high waist, like a good high waist, which is what these deliver. Now, before I get ready for the day, I want to show you the garden. Well, not the garden, because the garden's a mess, but what we have growing, because surprisingly we've come back to things growing. Not much. This has been a terrible year. We planted so much out, and you know what grew? Weeds. Weeds and strange dandelions that are very long, ones that I've never seen before. Our stuff, not so good. However, what you can see here is a squash plant. So I originally thought these were zucchini, and our friend who's Southern Italian that we went to dinner for the other day said it sounds like a squash plant, and he was asking me whether I could see any squash, and asking me which of the flowers were feminine and male. So I'm guessing that's you're meant to look inside, and if there's a long bit it's male. This looks like it would be female, and he said get the male flower and rub it on the female to pollinate. I don't know, but there's something interesting going on the end here. So this is very hopeful for the months ahead, because we love squash and I've never grown any kind of squashes in my life, so that's wonderful to see. I'm very sorry about all the dead slugs here. We have a huge problem, and we found it's not humane whatsoever, but if you put beer out, they go in them and they don't go on your plant. We've tried the humane ways, they are not working. I haven't stopped experimenting. I don't want to be doing the beer thing. If you guys have any tips, please let us know, because it's an infestation. We have that many. Over here we have radishes, which are coming along really lovely. We also have salad. I can't believe this. This is not salad. I think is that beetroot? But there's one here and there's one here, which I'm really doing my best to look after. And over here there's something, but looks like something's got to it. But I'm guessing that's kale. That is kale, but something's got to it. We also, in the back there and there, they're red peppers, and I know they're not going to survive because it's going to get far too cold. So like I said, not much. Oh, what's in here? Beetroot, and it's still there. Oh, we have some beetroots as well, so we're going to keep our fingers crossed. This is the grape tree I was skipping next to, completely overgrown, no fruit, so no grapes this September, but I'm going to cut that back. So we really want a good garden day. Clear this whole area out, maybe put down some stuff for winter, some broccoli. I'd like to put down some Italian celery because that does really, really well, and beans. Yeah, the hydrangeas are doing well over there. The white ones are, the pink ones not so much. As I said, not very much, but at least something to sort of look forward to, and I'm going to try and make a real effort over the next few weeks to put my love into this garden and hopefully have some crop in winter. I love the garden, I do. Anyway, I'm gonna go and get myself ready for the day. It's definitely an autumnal vlog. It's the first of many because I love this time of year. There's so much to do in this season, so of course I want to share it with you guys. I have got myself ready, and I have to say it feels a little strange dressing for autumn, getting ready, shooting at home all day. Of course, we've been in Italy, so you sort of just shoot wherever you are, but I am happy to see that the sun is starting to show itself, because it has been pretty grey since we've got back. So these little things are going to get me through these colder months. But I'll quickly show you what I'm wearing. You will need to ignore my slippers because I have my slippers on, but they are so comfortable. You know, the ones with the reflexology, like the little studs in them that massage your feet. I have them on because they're very comfortable, but I'm still wearing my favourite linen trousers. I have these in every single colour, I just can't get enough of them. But I do have a COSY autumnal sweater on. This is my new sweater. This is from Ralph Lauren. Well, I say new, it's actually secondhand, but worn very lightly. And I was so happy with this purchase because I've been looking for one of the bear sweaters for some time, and I really loved it in this wine red with the little nonno bear on it, the grandpa bear with his little watch and his corduroy trousers and his bow tie and his orange socks. Stefania says that it reminds her of her nonno. I, however, never really had a nonno because my mother's father died when I wasn't even born, and we lost contact with my father's dad. So I've never really had a nonno. I've had nonnas, grandmothers, two fabulous grandmothers. So it's my little nonno. My little nonno. Stefania's saying my nonno was your nonno. But this is my little autumn jumper, which I'm very happy about. But this is my work from home outfit for today. Oh, and a brown belt also to tie it all in together. I was actually thinking, just need some brown slippers to make the outfit because I don't tend to wear shoes when I'm at home because I like to be comfortable. But that's my look for today. So I need to get into this lot with you. I have a bit of a try on to do, and I've been very excited because I feel like this is what's going to get me into the autumn feels, because I'm really not feeling it. Other than this jumper, this jumper got me feeling a little autumnal this morning when I put it on. But yeah, I've got some lovely bits that I want to try on with you guys. And I have to say, it's going to be quite an autumnal vlog. I have homemade apple crumble to make, also some blondies. I know so many of you have been asking me to include recipes and cooking, so I have taken that on board, and I've suddenly had the new lease of life in me to want to do it, because those of you that have been with me for a very long time will know that's how I started. I started my blogging and my Instagram based around healthy eating and recipes, clean recipes, not just plant-based and healthy, but actually clean recipes with no bad ingredients in them, no refined sugars. And I kind of fell out of love with it. I don't know why, which is why you haven't seen much of it. But I suddenly wanted to get in the kitchen and make healthy plant-based food. So you're probably going to see a lot more of that now on across all my channels. But we're starting today because we've had cooking apples delivered by several neighbours from their garden, fresh apples. So I want to make an apple and fruits of the forest, blackberries crumble. And then I want to make some vegan blondies as well. So that's what we're going to do a bit later. But first, we're going to get this lot on. I'm really keen to get my hair cut, but you'll know, or those of you that don't know, my hairdresser, well, I have two hairdressers that I prefer, but none of them are in London. So one is in Glasgow, which is my most preferred hairdresser, Russell Cowie. And since I'm not getting to Scotland these days very much, I found one in Poland. And I'm not going to Poland until end of October, and I really want to get this summer hair cut because it's very light at the ends and it's beachy, isn't it? You know, where, you know, it's just slightly fried from the sun, which is fine when you're on the beach and your hair's just flowing, but I feel for autumn I just want a refresh. I want a blunt cut and get this lightness off. And my hair's already dark, but just give it that solid brunette colour. But I will have to wait until the end of October, which is well into autumn, probably nearly in winter, but hey ho, we just have to have these fraying light ends, so you'll have to excuse them. But anyway, I've had a delivery come in from S.DEER. I'm going to do a little try on with you. You'll remember that I did a try on just before the summit in spring, and I fell in love with the white skirt that I wore on my Come Shopping With Me on the Amalfi Coast video. That skirt was so good. I was stopped regularly when I wore it to be asked where it was from. Well, S.DEER have done an extremely good job to bring that skirt into autumn and even winter. It's a transitional summer to autumn try on. It's not fully autumn yet, which actually works because the temperatures in the UK right now are quite mild. Rainy but mild. It feels so strange that I'm already back in this room in London filming try-ons for autumn. I feel like the summer just flew by. I think that was the quickest summer I've experienced in my life. There is no doubt that the first piece I'm going to show you is the skirt. Now, if you saw the try-on in spring, it was the white skirt, the midi skirt, that I just loved, and they have brought it in for this season, and I would say for the winter as well. I know how much use I'm going to get out of this skirt. It's in the currently trending grey colour, which I love, and it's the pattern on the skirt which just makes it, I think. You can see it's a floral design and it has sequins on it, but not too many, which I really like. The fabric is mesh on the outside, and then you have the sort of chiffon skirt part underneath. So there's a few layers, then you have your slip. There's like 3 layers to this skirt with an elasticated band, which is key with these things, I think, and it just sits at the perfect point. I love a midi skirt, you guys will know, and as soon as I saw this, I was just like, yes, my goodness, they have done such a good job with this skirt. I'm in love with it. I'm absolutely in love, and this is going to work very hard for me over the next few months. With all the events and Christmas coming up, I'm going to get a lot of use out of this. Now, I've popped it on with a crew neck knit, and I've gone for a slightly darker grey because I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but where the sequins are, the grey is slightly darker to the colour of the skirt, which is a little bit more of a lighter grey. So I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but I love a knit skirt combo. It's one of my favourite looks for the evening and going out, of course in the day as well if you're doing something a little bit more special, but you could wear this equally with a bandeau top, a strap top, even a little cardigan if you want to show a bit more flesh. I would also wear this with other colour knits like ivory, even black, even wine red, another on-trend colour. You can definitely get many looks out of this. I have popped on my usual going out accessories, my Bowden embellished court shoes, which I love and love this time of year where I can pull them out, and my Totes Luxe London black bag, and I think it works really well. I'm wearing a size small, it fits me perfectly. Like I mentioned, it has the elasticated waist, so it's so comfortable, you can breathe in it, and if you eat too much in the evening, there's space. I was looking for something that would suit the season, and as you guys know, I travel a lot, so I'm always looking for comfortable pieces in my wardrobe that will blend well with what I have already. And when I saw these trousers on S.DEER, I just thought these are perfect. They are a, I would say, smart version of the classic jogger. Now, I always prefer a tailored, smarter look, always. I'm not the girl that you'll find in joggers, and if you do, it's probably because I'm either unwell and I'm not leaving the house. Very rare do I wear them. But I love this as another option. So these are in ivory and they are loose fitting. They have an extremely elasticated waist, which I love. It's also got a drawstring, pockets at the back, and they are tapered in too. Such a good option, and even around the house if you're working from home. I would even say I'd wear these into the office. You could definitely smarten these up. They are so comfortable. So I've decided to go with the colour of the moment, the wine red. I'm loving this colour. It's so good. I just need to get some shoes. So I popped on my Chanel ballets in the beige, but try and imagine this outfit with the red version or the wine red version. I think it's such a lovely look. This for travelling is something I would definitely wear. I've got a good decent sized bag. These trousers go so well with my ivory tweed coat that I've thrown over my shoulders. And then of course, if you just want to take the jacket off, you can, and you've got a cozy jumper on. And with these trousers, I am so incredibly comfortable. They fit the dream. The length on them is perfect, as you can see. There's no pulling, the rise is perfect. I've got no pulling here, the elasticated waistband, and the material is wonderfully lightweight, and it has a texture, like a line texture through it, as you can see, that goes really well with my jacket, which makes them look more expensive. Pockets, wonderfully deep pockets. I'm wearing a size small, they fit perfectly, the length on them is perfect, as you can see. There's enough fabric in the leg, so there's no restrictions, there's no pulling, it's not tight, you can sit down in them, you can do a kick in them, you can do the can. I am going to get so much use out of them. I'll pop off the jacket as well so you can see the trousers. The movement also, I have to say, the movement in them is just fantastic. The next piece I want to show you is a shirt dress in a mini version, and also a piece that I think works so well at this time of year. Obviously it's still mild, like I mentioned, so you can have the legs out even if you want to wear tights with it, but I always love putting these sorts of pieces with chunky boots, even if you throw an oversized jumper over the dress. I just love this look, and I saw S.DEER had their own version and I absolutely love it. The fit on this is incredible, the length is fantastic, because sometimes I find that these can come up quite short and I don't like it when I wear a mini dress. Well, I don't like wearing mini dresses often, but when I do, I don't like them to be too short. And I really loved the sleeve detailing on this. It's mesh, as you can see, so you see a little bit of skin, and then it has this detailing here, and it also runs along here, which I think is really lovely. Classic collar, buttoned to about there, and then you have your skirt part. This is how I like to wear my shirt dresses in the autumn, with a good pair of chunky boots with them. These are a big favourite of mine. I've had these in my wardrobe for such a long time, and I always pull them out to wear with dresses in the autumn when I want to add a little bit of masculinity to a feminine piece, and of course make these pieces wearable in the autumn, because little ballet shoes and sandals, you just can't get away with it. So I've gone for black accessories today, but of course you could pair this with any colour, with your wine red, with browns, even if you wanted to do beige, whatever your style is. I tend to always go for black with my leather accessories. And of course you could wear it like this, but also these pieces are ideal for layering. To throw over a oversized knit on top of this will make it of course more wearable when it's colder, more cozier. I've also got it loose at the moment, but I would belt this dress. I've got my belt here, which I always like to bring the waist in. I think it suits me better. But that's how I would wear it, and then I would throw a knit over it. When I'm not wearing it and it's too warm, I would just throw it over my shoulders like this, and it works really well. You wouldn't believe it, but just throwing a knit over your shoulders gives you a sufficient amount of heat. You wouldn't believe it, but it's true. I'm telling you, you've heard it here today. But wearing it like this, I think, is lovely. You can see these pieces layer up so well, and I love to wear shirt dresses in the autumn with chunky boots. I've got a pair of black, just over the ankle boots, and a black bag, but of course you could wear it with any colour, and I've belted it in. Of course you don't need to belt it, you can leave it loose. I just prefer to wear it belted. I'm wearing a small, and you can see the length on it is still very, very good. Remember, when you belt something, it tends to kind of hike up, which you can see even with that, there's enough length in it. As it gets colder, I would still wear the dress only with thigh-high boots, again with a cozy jumper. I don't know if this is the right jumper because there's a bit too much elastic in the bottom of it. I think something a bit looser, but even a cable knit. You can even wear this with Uggs and just be super comfortable. but a dress that again you're going to use throughout the year, because in the summer, sandals, kitten heels. It's a classic shirt dress and it just works so well, and it's going to work very hard in the wardrobe, as you can see. Another skirt, I will warn you, this is midi skirt heavy, this try on, but S.DEER do their midi skirts so blooming well. I love them. And I saw this one. This for me was very Chloe-esque. As soon as Stefania saw it, she was like, oh my goodness, I love it. This is a ivory mini skirt, as you can see, and the detail on this skirt is absolutely stunning. You can see the pattern is broderie, and the pattern reminds me of shells. I don't know if you agree with me, but I just think it's absolutely beautiful. And at the bottom, you have a little bit of tulle fabric, like, you know, the tulle skirts, and I don't know if you can see, but there is a bit of sparkle on it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but just on this part of the skirt. I popped this on with a white boob tube. I popped on my tweed jacket over, of course, because it's going into autumn, but if it was summer, I would just take this straight off and it will work perfectly. I popped on my sandals with this and a tan bag to bring in a little bit of warmth to the outfit. But this is such a statement piece in the wardrobe. It's timeless, it's gonna last forever. I've popped the jacket off so you can see the shape of the skirt. Now you'll see the waist is tailored in, and then it purposefully sort of goes out like that to give you this wonderful shape. Excuse me, it's a little bit cold in the house. But again, I would pop this on with my square neck crop. I would also wear it with cashmere jumpers, like I have done with the other skirts. Like I said, it reminds me of Chloe pieces. It has that Chloe aesthetic about it. I've got it in a size small, fits perfectly. The battery cut off there, but as I was saying, well, I can't remember what I was saying. I'm just in awe of this skirt, and I am thrilled to have it in my wardrobe. Even the tulle part at the bottom, it's just such a wonderful detail, I think. I did pick up this dress. I really loved it, and I feel this is a piece that you could wear through all the seasons. It's a very neutral colour, it's a blush colour, and like I said, I feel this is something that you could wear through the summer, through spring, into autumn, and even winter. It's a very classic shape, it's very elegant and incredibly flattering. It's in a jersey fabric, which makes it very comfortable as well, but the design gives it that more dressier look. This little fold down on the bandeau, as you can see, is a very simple but very chic detail, I think. This bandeau bodycon dress is so good. I popped it on with a long wool black jacket and black accessories. I've got my Chanel pearl crush bag and my Bowden embellished quartz, and I just think it looks so good, and it's perfect again for the upcoming months. If you've got anywhere to be, any events, Christmas coming up, it works so well. I'll pop the jacket off and you'll see the dress on its own, and you can see the bandeau detailing. It also has a slit, one slit on the side, which helps with walking, of course, in it. But like I said, this is jersey fabric, so it's so comfortable. There's nothing restricting about it. It's figure hugging, but not too much. They have left enough material in the skirt part and tailored it well enough so there's no pulling. You know, you sometimes get those lines with bodycon pieces. You'll get lines where it's pulling too much at the widest parts of your body. You don't get it with this dress. It's made so well. I'm wearing a size small and it fits me perfectly. And yeah, another piece that's going to work throughout the entire year. I will be wearing this in the summer for sure. Also, very important to mention, there is a double lining in the dress, so your lumps and bumps are secured. You don't have to worry about them. You will have probably seen these dresses everywhere at the moment. They are a very simple dress, but I feel like they are such a good timeless piece to have in your wardrobe, and I feel like you will get a lot of wear out of this piece. And I really wanted one, and I was looking at a few, but when I saw S.DEER had one, and just going by how comfortable I know their pieces are, I decided to go with S.DEER, and I'm so pleased I did, because this dress is so comfortable. It almost feels like you've got nothing on. It's a jersey fabric, it's got a lot of stretch in it. It's also double layered, which I love because it gives the dress a bit more weight, and I feel that that makes it look more expensive. It's a mini dress, yes, but I would wear this with tights, boots, a maxi wool coat, and then in the warmer months, a pair of court shoes, a simple vintage bag. This is a look I really, really love, and it can be done in so many ways. I've gone for all black, I've gone for the suede boots, a light denier tight, this is about 20 denier. I've got the dress on, I've got a long black wool coat on, and then a pop of colour with the wine red bag. And I've gone for an autumnal twilly that has come out of hibernation from my wardrobe, and I love this look. But like I said, you could easily pop this on just with a pair of cords for a more casual look. If you were the type to wear trainers or even loafers, I think would look really, really lovely. But for this time of year, this is how I would wear it. And if I take the jacket off, you can see the dress and how simple, classic and flattering it is. You can see figure hugging, but not too much, no pulling anywhere. Like I said, it's double lined. I've got this on in a small and it fits perfectly. I hope that they bring this out in some other colours and also in some other fabrics. I'd love to see this in sort of a shift. I'm very happy because this is a piece that I've been looking for a long time, and it fits the brief perfectly. I would also wear this with a trench coat and loafers or trainers. I think that would look so, so good. And also to note, the dress doesn't ride in any kind of way. You know, with bodycons, sometimes when they're too tight or restrictive, when you walk, the material slowly makes its way up to your waist. This doesn't. You can take nice, confident strides in it, and it stays put. A piece that forever will work in my wardrobe is a black, oversized teddy Sherpa jacket or sweater, knit or outerwear basically. And I was due a new one because I wear mine so much, and I loved that it was a full zip at the front. So I normally just get the sort of like pullover ones that have maybe half a zip, but I loved the idea of having a full zip, and that way if I get too warm, which can sometimes happen, I can unzip it and let some air in. Whereas with the other ones I have, you sort of create your in-house sauna. So I loved that. I loved that it has a sturdy collar. I always think that's very flattering. The sleeves are elasticated, so no cold air goes up them, and it covers my bottom, which I'm always very grateful for when it's cold. I don't know how people survive in the colder months without a Sherpa or a teddy. Tell me if you're one of those people, but I am always so cold, and these things are the only things that get me through. This one from S.DEER, I have to say, I really like, and I'm now wondering why I never went for the full zip style in the past, because I think it just looks better. The pullover ones look a little bit more sporty. I feel this looks a little bit more dressy if you could dress up a Sherpa. And I also like I said, that you can open it out if you get too warm. But I've styled this up as I would on my daily errands, because this is the time I wear them. It's a daily look for me, and I've gone for black leggings, a black sports bra, brown and tan accessories. I've got my Uggs on, but this is like a typical, I have things to do today and I want to look nice, but I want to be very warm and comfortable. I'm wearing this in a small, and you can see it's oversized, so stick to your size. And like I said, it comes to the perfect point under your bottom, because I don't know about you, but when I go out walking or anything, my bottom gets very cold, very, very cold. So it's lovely that my bottom and also my lower back is protected. I always go for the stand-up collar because of wind. Everything's to do with staying warm. That's my entire goal when I have these sorts of pieces. But when they're tall like this, it blocks the wind and the neck, and there's no draft. You can tell I'm Italian, can't you? But I'd love this in a white as well, or an ivory, I think. Oh, there's pockets as well. I need to break them in, but there's pockets. Oh wow, yeah. Very happy with this. Finishing how I started, with another skirt. I told you this was quite skirt heavy. I just can't resist with S.DEER skirts, I just can't. So this one is a green, sagey green skirt. And again, it has the layering through the skirt like all of them do. So you have the top layer, which is a tulle or mesh fabric. Then this one actually has 2 of those. And then you have the slip. So all of them have around 3 layers, which I think is what gives it that volume. This one, the pattern is, it reminds me of clouds. So it's a darker green on a lighter green background, which is really lovely. And again, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but you have a little bit of sparkle through the skirt, which, like the others, you can dress up for the evening and they will work very, very well. And they are going to work for me well this winter, because I have already thought of so many outfits that I can wear to Christmas parties and events for the upcoming season, so I'm very excited. I've gone for a slightly lighter autumnal look, and I think it works very well with the earthy tones, but this green skirt is just, it's so delicate and feminine, and I love that. I've popped it on with ivory accessories. I've got a cashmere crew neck on and my ivory sandals, and then a tan bag with my twilly, and that just marries in all of the colours together. You could of course go all green if you have a green knit that matches this well. I think that would look really, really lovely. And also even a tan or camel top. But again, if you don't want to be cozy and warm, you can pop on any sort of top, show a little bit more skin, and it will work really, really well. And what I love about this piece is this will easily work in your wardrobe throughout the entire year. I would get so much use out of this in spring, summer as well. I'm wearing it in a size small like all my other skirts, and it fits perfectly. And that little bit of sparkle is just so beautiful. This feels like an outfit when it may be snowing outside and you have an event to go to or something like that. It just feels whimsical. I will say that has got me slightly more excited about autumn, because I'm really struggling to let summer go, but styling up these wonderful pieces and feeling the gorgeous materials on my skin, I can be secure in the fact that at least I'll be comfortable when it's miserable. At least that. But I will link everything below for you guys so you can shop it yourself. I also have several discount codes which I have tried to memorize and I just can't. I think my brain is still in beach mode because it's not retaining enough information, but there is quite a few discount codes, and I will also pop them here so you guys have time to write them down. So you get 20% off anything with Rosa 20, 25% off orders over $125 with Rosa 25, 30% off orders over $165 with Rosa 30, and we're also doing 50% off of S.DEER's clearance line with Rosa 50. So like I said, I'll pop all the discount codes here for you guys, and you can shop away to your heart's content. A shopping experience that you really can get your teeth into with the kinds of pieces that S.DEER are producing. And like I said, the quality of these pieces, the price points and the tailoring. There's not many out there doing it like this, I have to say. Now, there are some very delicious cooking apples that are needing my attention. You can see them over there looking so beautiful. I need to get these cooked. I can also see Stefania doing something. We've also started dressing the table for autumn today.
Tablescape.
Tablescape, Stefania's table.
People want to know what I'm wearing.
Stefania's wearing what seems to be all she has in her wardrobe, because
outfit.
This is all you wear. Navy ensemble.
It's comfortable.
But we've just started putting together the table. As you can see, we have popped a linen, it's a tablecloth, but we've scrunched it up to sort of make a runner because we don't have one. We've just set out some terracotta pots that we are going to fill with, I think, mainly thyme and rosemary for those sort of darker hues of green. And also they're the herbs we use more at this time of year. We've got some candles dotted about. We have our salt home pepper and salt meals that we absolutely love. My mum loves them so much she tried to steal them from us today. We are going to add to this, I don't know what we're going to do yet, but not too much more, but a little bit much more. Yeah, I've said the plants, the herbs. Yeah. But I don't know if I would love to put a bit of wheat. You know what I mean? Like some dry flowers. But anyway, I'm looking at these right now. Look at these homegrown cooking apples. You can see that it's come from 2 different gardens because we have these slightly more yellowy ones here and then the green ones. And you know what's so wonderful to see? I mean, look at this. 2 apples that have grown together, completely imperfect. I'm fed up of seeing these perfect apples and fruits and vegetables in the supermarkets. It's so frustrating. We want to see bruising. We want to see marks and bumps and grazes. That's what we want because they naturally fall from the tree and hit the ground. And
like our bodies.
No pesticides, no, nothing, just grown naturally. So we're going to take some of these. I'm not going to be able to lift this with one arm. We're going to take some of these in a second. And we are going to set up over here and we're going to share with you our apple crumble, our healthy apple crumble. Stop eating it. I've measured it out correctly.
I haven't had nothing, have I?
Look at these apples.
Look at these apples.
I almost don't want to cook them because it just looks perfect in this bowl. But we have our apples. And what I'm going to do is mix the 2 types of apples together for the crumble. As I was saying, what's she doing? Look, she's still messing about with the tablescape.
I like things like that.
I know, but we're crumbling right now.
I'm an artist.
As I was saying, this is such an easy recipe to do. It's... Why not?
I'm excited.
Why is it funny?
I'm excited for the food.
It's so easy to do, so honestly anyone could do it. As I mentioned earlier, I do have a blog, I have a website. It's how I started, and I used to share so many recipes on there. They're still on there, but what I will do is pop this recipe below for you. So if you don't catch everything that I share with you now, just head to the description box and it will be linked there for you and you can make it at your own time and at your own pace. But we're going to do it right now. So I think we should pick 6 apples and I think we should mix them, and I'd like to leave the ones with the leaves on for presentation purposes. 1 over there. Yes, 1.
They need cut.
2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then we do 7 because these are quite small.
Okay.
All different. They're all damaged.
Got animals in
That's
there.
exactly what you want from your fruit. You don't want it to be perfect, glazed in some sort of plastic. What do they glaze these fruits?
It's wax.
A wax.
That's why the water.
Be very careful. Yeah, if your fruit, when you wash it, the water sort of turns into little balls on top of it and rolls off, throw the apple in the bin. It's not good for you. Or at least peel it. My nonna used to always peel the fruit. She used to say, you don't know what they put on the skin. But I always thought, it'll go in there anyway.
Washing bicarbonate, apple cider vinegar. So that would take off the wax though and all that.
But they're grown like that. But these, I mean, just look at this one. It's so, I don't know if it's too light, but it's so damaged.
Smells like an apple as well.
My nonna used to have apple trees when she had a house in London.
I'd love an apple tree.
And she used to make me go pick the apple. And these really remind me of her, and then she would make apple crumble. So this is why you can see it's moved on to me. And I used to always make her these apple crumbles, the healthy ones. She used to go nuts for them. She loved them so much.
And a smoothie bowl.
And she was like, you didn't put butter? I was like, no. She was like, you didn't put sugar? I was like, no. She goes, Ma, I don't understand. I was like, you don't need to understand, and I just enjoy it. So anyway, we're going to get those washed. I'm going to pop these back. Don't you love the size of this sieve? This is from Stefania's family restaurant all those years ago.
Nonnos.
This has made many meals in your Italian restaurant. Can you imagine? not made meals, but washed many ingredients for the meals. Whilst Stefania is washing those apples, I'm going to get the crumble. So we're going to do the crumble part first and get it prepared. So basically you need almonds. So I've got the almonds here, and I'm going to pop these straight into the food processor because what we want is to get the texture nice and crumbly. So I have about a cup of almonds here, and I'm going to pop these straight into the food processor, and what I want is a flour texture. So this is going to act as our flour. Almond flour, basically. All done. Basically almond flour. So quick. And now I'm going to add these to a mixing bowl which already has my oats in. Now we use buckwheat oats because we prefer them. They're healthier. And I have a slight allergy. It's not like a full-on allergy. However, I've learned even if you have a small allergy, you just shouldn't put that into your body often because long term, you'll end up with a problem basically. That's how it was explained to me, and it makes sense. So I'm just gonna pop the almond, what I have now is flour, in with the oats. Not GMO. Stefania was just saying that the apples are blackening very quickly, but it's because they are so natural. So they're oxidizing very quickly as they would. But don't worry about it, because we're going to cook them down and they're going to be brown in the end. So I have my almond flour and my oats. Give that a little mix. So I've given that a good mix, and that essentially is the crumble layer. Almond flour and buckwheat oats, that's it. So I'm going to pop that aside, and then in my saucepan I'm going to cook on a very low heat because I don't want to destroy any of the nutrients. I'm going to cook, or not cook, but I'm going to heat to make a liquid in order to make the crumble, that crunchy, the crunchiness of the crumble, if you know what I mean. So I have 3 heaped tablespoons of coconut oil, which I'm going to put straight into the saucepan. We use cast iron. Again, health-wise, it's just one of the best options. Skillet. It's a cast iron skillet, nightmare to clean, very heavy, but
the best.
Yeah, totally worth it. So I'll pop the coconut oil in. Then I have some maple syrup, about 1/3 of a mug of maple syrup. That's going to go in with the coconut oil. And never forget, always have a spatula, I think, because you don't realise how much is still in the bowl, even when you poured it. My dad taught me that. My dad taught me that. So I always have a spatula. He's 100% right. And then I have some cinnamon for, of course, that crumbly autumnal flavour. And I have about 2 teaspoons here, which I'm actually going to put in once this has melted down a little bit. So I'm going to melt this down.
So excited to eat it.
My nonna never used a chopping board, or rarely used a chopping board. She always did it with her hands, and her thumbs had so many, like, not scars, but you know, the dents of the knife over the years. And that's funny doing it.
Even garlic she would do like that.
Yeah. Probably because as they were so poor, they never had chopping boards.
No, yeah, they just did it.
They just had to cut it.
In the fields as well, if you want to eat something.
So my wet ingredients are melted perfectly, and this, like I said, is just maple syrup, cinnamon and coconut oil. That's it. And I'm now going to pour it over the buckwheat and almond. And again, this is where you need your spatula to take out every last bit, and you can see how difficult it is to hold a cast iron pan. I do not have the strength
You can do it
in my wrist to do that turn. But anyway, and then what you want to do is coat all of the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients and start creating that crumble mixture. Oh, it smells so good.
I love crumble.
It smells, I love crumble. I prefer crumble to apple pie.
Oh, that's a tough one.
No, apple crumble all day long. Are you an apple crumble person or an apple pie person?
Both.
in the comments below. Let us know. I'm definitely a crumble, and you can see that has all come together perfectly. Oh my goodness. This is actually reminding me of, I think the last time I made a crumble was when Nonna was not well.
Was it?
Yeah, I don't think I've made a
Because we were having the humble crumble ones.
I've not made a crumble since, oh God, I've not made a crumble in 7 years.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And I just make them all.
Should make like 4 then to make up for it.
No, I wish you were here.
Hello.
So, that's the crumble mixture already. Look how easy it is, guys. There's just no excuse. And that I'm just going to pop to the side, and we're going to cook down the apples and the berries. You will need a decent sized saucepan. I always like to go bigger because there's nothing more frustrating than being too close to the top and making a mess around the kitchen. So
no mess.
The battery's about to go on the camera. Brilliant. I'll keep going until it cuts out and then I'll rethink it. So in here we're going to pop in our perfectly cut apples, as Stefania has done. Now you want to cut them to about that size. I don't know if you can see that size there. Straight into the saucepan.
Oh
no! This isn't a game. This isn't a game. Now I wish I could say that the berries were picked as well, but unfortunately we have no berries at the moment. We don't have a berry bush in our garden. We do in Italy, we don't here, and we haven't been out to pick any. So we picked up this berry mix from M&S, and it's blackberries, strawberries, black currants, red currants and raspberries. Oh, the whole lot then. I didn't realise it. I thought it was just blackberries for some reason. So we're going to put about 200 grams of the berries in. And these are from frozen, but it doesn't matter because, of course, these cook down very quickly. Oh, they look so good, though, don't they? I love berries.
I love the smell. Hello.
I think I need a bigger weighing machine. But there's about 400 grams of berries that need to go into the pot as well. And then I'm going to collect the rest of them from around me. And then again, some maple syrup and some cinnamon. Basic ingredients. We should really all have this in our pantries because they're healthy, especially at this time of year. And then you'll need just enough water, preferably filtered, to cover the bottom of the pan, to obviously not have the fruit stick to the pan. Savannah's still throwing apples in. And that, I think that was about 1/4 of a cup, that's enough. And that's it, basically. I'm going to let this cook for about 10 minutes. Let the fruit reduce. Are you done?
I think so. I don't want to waste any.
I'm going to let this reduce down. And are we ready for the incredible smells that are going to fill the house?
Ready!
Now? I can already smell the cinnamon. Put my lid on. I don't know if you've noticed our oregano. This is the oregano we picked up in Amalfi. Did I film that? I can't even remember.
Yeah,
but
yeah, when we went to Majority.
Yeah, this was €2.
I mean, Atani, sorry.
Oh, so, yeah, but it was in Amalfi.
In Amalfi market.
Which is in, no, not Darsena. Galli. Galli? Yeah, but is it Galli or is it?
Behind the Grand Cafe bar.
Yeah, it's by the tunnel basically. Luna Rossa, when you come out of Luna Rossa where you park the car, the markets are there. I don't remember which day. We picked up a few of these, we've gifted them to many people, and we've just not bothered to crumble it because it just looks so nice. So every time we cook we just sort of tip it upside down and just do that. But yeah, nice and rustic in the kitchen for now. We will have to sit and... This smells and looks incredible. Look at that. So that's been simmering for, like I said, about 10 minutes, and it's going to go straight into... Oh, gotta be careful. I really do need to get myself an apron. Teamwork makes the dream work,
and the hands,
as they say.
The Adams family.
What's the hand's name? Hand?
Festa.
No. Oh my goodness.
Hand or Festa? No.
No,
Oh,
Festa's the bald one. It. Is it it? No, Cousin It's the hairy one.
Yeah. I can be Cousin It as well.
Oh, I can hear Mr. Tommy. Hello, Mr. Tommy. Can you smell the crumble?
Tommy!
Hello, lovely. Hello, would you like to see what we're doing and say hello to everyone? This is very unhygienic through the kitchen. However, Tommy's a very clean boy. Say hello to everybody. We've all missed you. Are you looking at the crumble?
You can't believe it.
Can you believe what you can see? Crumble, you can say hello.
Don't put your hairy bum in it.
You can't have any of this, but you can enjoy the sight. Isn't it
That's
lovely? Actually,
teasing.
can cats have berries?
Certain ones, but I wouldn't give him any of this.
Who's a handsome boy? Who's a handsome boy? Tommy's a handsome boy. You've just had your nap, haven't you? He's just had his nap. Just wash my hands. So that's the fruit layer. And then you simply, where's my spatula gone? Stefania has a thing about washing up everything before you've even finished. You know what you've done. She knows.
What
She
do
does
you
it all
need?
the time. I need a spatula back.
What? Sorry?
The spatula.
Oh, it's just here. You'll see
Oh
it.
no.
Oh yeah, I've got it for you. You're welcome.
And then just pour the crumble evenly on top.
Simple.
I'm so excited. This is what life is about.
And how long is it in the oven for?
Why would you buy any packaged products? I just don't understand. It's very easy. This is, look how simple it is. It's so simple. It's not going to take longer than 15-20 minutes to put this together. And that is now ready for the oven. Need to golden up the crumble. And that's going to be left to cook for about 25 to 30 minutes. Can you wait?
I can do 25, yeah.
Can't do 30. Well, that's all for me.
I'll do
You won't be able to see Stefania dancing. This is obviously her. I suppose you dance at anything really. Is this your crumble dance? The crumble's ready, which is why Stefania is dancing.
Come on.
The house
Beautiful.
smells incredible. It's the first time I've felt autumnal in this house in 2024. This has been cooked to absolute perfection. Look at that. How good does that look? It's the perfect golden brown. It doesn't look too wet, it doesn't look too dry.
Imagine, what would you do if I just did that? Nothing.
Nothing really. Just watch you be
Just be like
a beast.
Usual.
Yay! I'm so happy.
Well
That
done.
was so easy.
You can see he's the lady out of this friendship.
I'm like
spud me. And you want to shake.
yes.
That feels weird.
We are going to be making many of these crumbles for the foreseeable future, seeing as we've got so many apples and our neighbours are so generous to give us them. I'm actually going to give a lot of crumble to the neighbours as well. So we're going to let this cool down and we're going to have some dinner and then we are going to probably eat this. Well, we'll definitely have some tonight, don't we?
Oh.
I have made my signature soup. I have this on my blog as well. This is like our go-to. As soon as it starts to get colder, I call this medicine soup. You can see it's a clear soup and it has parsnip, swede, carrots, chili, garlic, onion, tin tomatoes, oregano. It honestly is a healing soup, and especially after being in Italy for a month, we've come back feeling very heavy and we just want to clear the system, and it really just keeps you going when the weather starts to dip. It really, really supports your body, your immune system, and keeps you feeling
On top of your game.
on top of your game. Yes, exactly. And
Oh,
you know
I
those days
understand.
where you've been out all day working, whatever you're doing, and you're cold and you just want to get in and have a really cozy soup. That's the soup. So I'll link that in the description box below for you as well. Stefania has gone straight back to this table. What are you doing now? Oh, that's what I was talking about, some wheat.
Has to be right.
Perfect, Steph. We're on the same wavelength. I didn't realise we had that.
I keep everything.
So we're just filling these tiny vases with a bit of wheat to give that autumnal feel, which I think is actually working really well. So we need to get some more on the other side, I think. Actually, along with a few herbs, I think that's it. I don't think we need to do very much more. I'm also loving the little nooks of this wall. So we are still going to change this. It's the picture from Luca that we picked up, but I feel like we need a bigger one to fill the space. But we've got our bowl of apples and some evergreen on some books. And over here, we're still sort of zhuzhing this one up. But we have our stand from Salt Home, which goes so well. The chopping board and some lovely dried lavender that we've had for years. So this is what I'm talking about for this season. All the dried plants, I think, work really well at this time of year. I don't know why the lavender's here, but we're keeping it here for now because I'm still trying to work this one out. But it's starting to look wonderful with some lit candles, some pumpkins. Oh, what are you doing? That's a huge spoon.
I got the smallest one. Just
that is nice to find.
Taste. Can I get a taste?
No, you can't. We need to have dinner. That needs to cool down a little bit, and then we'll have some. Zeph.
How you doing?
Do you know what would be really nice with?
Custard.
No, vanilla ice cream.
No, custard. It's cold today.
I have never made a vegan custard. Maybe I should do that next. Let me know if you guys want to see a vegan custard next. Look at the face. Look at the face. I'm just contemplating on whether I should open a few boxes with you and if there's enough time in the vlog. But I have so many boxes that I at least want to open a few. So I think I will. I think I'll open 2 or 3 with you now, and then I'll open a few more in the next vlog. I am wearing a dress today, which may seem slightly crazy given the cold weather we're having in the UK, but I'm filming content. Well, I've been filming content all morning, and we'll get changed after this, basically straight into my cozy pajamas. But I don't have a lot, like I mentioned. It's just a few boxes, but got some nice bits. So the first thing I wanted to show you was something I picked up from Lola Rose London. They do the nicest vintage pieces, and so I saw this watch and I thought this is perfect for me and also perfect for autumn. It's got a beautiful brown strap and a square face, and I think it's pearl on the back. But this is just so me. And you probably notice I don't really wear watches very often, but I wanted something that was inexpensive but looks really, really lovely. I love how delicate this entire watch is, and also how delicate the strap is. The hardware is gold as well. It's just so beautiful. It says on the back, mother of pearl, preciousness. And it will just go so nicely with the jewellery I already wear. As you will probably know by now, I love everything to look very delicate. All of the chains that I own are very, very delicate, and I think that works perfectly. I love this watch. This is gonna go with all of my autumn wardrobe. Even goes with this dress, even for summer. Very happy with that. A package arrived from Bouger Bouger, and I couldn't wait to get into it. I can't believe... Yeah, every time Stefania appears is when it's to do with food.
What is it?
So Bouger Bouger have sent us a box. I haven't looked in it yet, but I'm guessing it's chocolate, because Bouger Bouger ice cream wouldn't come in this box, would it?
Open it.
What is it? Oh my goodness. They've got a new chocolate.
Let's try it now.
And it comes in 4 flavours. So we've got, so they're called Bouger Bouger Chocolate Wonders. And this one's the hazelnut one.
Salted caramel.
Salted caramel. Raspberry scrunch.
Oh, scrunchy bum.
Scrunch. And oh my goodness.
No, they're going to
Cookie
be my
dough.
favourite. Cookie dough and hazelnut.
I love
will
how
probably be
they're
my
packaged.
favourite.
So, new bite-sized chocolate adventures. This sounds right up
What, they're like
our
bubbles?
street. So, Bougie Bougie, if you didn't know, are a clean plant-based. They're one of the cleanest plant-based chocolate brands I know, and they do exquisite truffles. Like, we get them for Christmas, and we sit there with our chai lattes, and we sit there and we just really enjoy piece by piece. So it's really nice that they've brought out another option of chocolate, and these are literally bubbles of chocolate.
They're good for like the cinema, or you know, like when we're travelling.
They
so
are
it's a
good
seal
for
bag.
cinema.
Even though I wouldn't
Yes.
reseal it, I'll just eat them all. But still, because like the Bougie Bougie truffles, you can't really. They'll get messy. These are good on the go.
Melt in the mouth, ganache rolled in a rich. That sounds absolutely phenomenal. It says created for those everyday moments when you just want a little tickle of Bougie Bougie joy. So I'm guessing these aren't as decadent as the truffles, which is what they needed. Well done. Recyclable bags, resealable. Wow. Very pleased with that. I'm excited.
Grazie.
I've also got a package here from Wonder Skin.
Can you eat it?
No, I cannot eat it. I can see some lips here. Oh, some Wonder Skin lips. What's this for?
What is that?
Don't know. Oh, it's their lip rehab serum oil. This is an incredible product.
This is for the skin. So you put it in the freezer.
Oh wow.
And then you wrap it in a cloth and put it on your...
How amazing. So this is their lip rehab oil. We did go to the event, if you guys can remember.
Oh,
but
I love this oil.
this oil,
No, that's my favourite.
I've got my lipstick all over it, is so nourishing. Like, it's not sticky. It's beautiful.
I've been wearing that every day, and I normally don't like anything on my lips.
And especially with the colder months coming, I don't like to wear anything too drying. So this is perfect because it's not heavy.
And it nourishes the lips.
It gives a little something, but it's actually nourishing your lip.
Oh no, I think, is that one got pink in it?
Oh, it's, oh
yeah, it says they've spiced things up a bit from the usual lips serum.
So this is not the plain, like the colourless oil. They've actually tinted it, and it's called Kissed.
It says we've created a pH powered shade that will add a touch of pink that is unique to you. All same benefits, but just in a juicy kiss finish. Day to night treatment for dry, patchy lips or uneven colour. That's good, isn't it?
How lovely. Wonderful. Then I don't even have to put a lipstick on underneath. So talking about skin, I have a little restock of Ren products.
I love Ren as well.
We love Ren so much. And of course, we had to get some body scrub because we've been in the sun, we've been away. My skin is so dry. Whenever I get back from Italy at this time of year, my legs look like a snake. It's disgusting. So,
Like this.
yours are not as bad as mine. Yeah, they could do with some shining up. But our go-to is the Ren Atlantic Kelp and Magnesium Salt Anti-Fatigue Exfoliating Body Scrub. Comes in a nice big tub, so
On the aeroplane, we got the hand cream of the kelp.
Yeah, the kelp range is amazing.
I love the smell of it.
And like it said, it's got magnesium salt in it, so it's really good to nourish your skin. It's wonderful to be putting on your skin. Magnesium, especially before you go to sleep. I like to have a shower, give myself a good scrub, and yeah, I have a really good night's sleep after that. So that's the body scrub we like to use. So we've got that. And continuing with the hydration, we've picked up the Marine Moisture Replenish Cream. So again, hydrating, nourishing this dry skin. A moisture replenishing cream that drenches the skin. That's exactly what you want to hear. In hydration to help reinforce its delicate barrier, delivering up to 48 hours of protection and dehydration. Visibly firmer and rejuvenated. That is exactly what I want. Leaving the heat and coming into the colder weather.
We've not tried this one,
We've not tried that, so I'm really excited. That's why I picked it up. Oh, I remember picking this up. So I don't actually have any spot issues at the moment, but I picked it up thinking just in case my skin wants to break out when I go back. It's basically the Ren Clear Calm Non-Drying Spot Treatment. So you pop this on your spot.
That's good.
Yeah, and it dries out the spot and heals it essentially. This is direct application to your problem areas. That's why I picked it up basically, just in case, because I have acne prone skin. Now, following up from the body scrubbing, of course we need to oil. So we love the Moroccan Rose Ultra Moisture Body Oil. It's incredible.
Love this.
And that is something I oil every night. Stefania's quite bad at it, but I oil nearly every night. I love to give myself a massage. You're bad, Stefania, you really should use. We've got these lovely products.
April the 20th I oil.
Day before your birthday. But replenishes dry skin, helps lock in the moisture, and gives the skin a healthy, youthful glow. 2 more things. I picked up a face mask because, again, we need to get rid of these dead skin cells. And
speak for yourself.
I picked up a glycolactic
Intergalactic space, man. What's that do? Make you feel like lifted, lighter?
This is impossible to do, Mr. Vanya. So I picked up a glycol. I can't say it.
I'll say it. Glycolactic Radiance Renewal Mask with AHA.
Yes, so a face mask. What I think is essential is to just really cleanse the face, get rid of the dead skin cells, and have a bit more of a smoother texture. So a face mask is part of our coming back to London regime after the summer.
Let's use it tonight.
And the last thing I picked up is something that I use a lot, and it's their Bioretinoid Youth Cream. I don't like to use this over the summer, but this is something I like to use in the winter, and it really does wonders for my skin. I have sensitive skin, and all of these products are wonderful for my skin. Even the ones that are not, the Evercalm. The Evercalm range is...
Oh, I think that's my favourite.
Yeah, it's such a good range,
Evercalm.
But that's particularly for sensitive skin, whereas all of them, my skin loves all of them basically. Then have one more box. So I've been looking for some photo frames for around the house, small ones, and also for my room, because I'm trying to warm up the house. We have a very white walled house. In the past we've gone for silver hardware and creams, and it's all just very stark. So I'm trying to warm up the house basically and replace old photo frames that were silver. They were silver, weren't they? With more woody ones. So I saw these on Amazon. I don't think I've shown you these, Steph.
No.
What do you think? So I've gone for vintage looking ones. So this is a wooden frame with slight golding around it. It's covered in plastic, but I don't want to take it out just in case I don't want to keep them.
You've got to see it up.
I do have to see it up
first.
I will pop these up and show you guys and see what you think. But I think these will work really, really well. They go with all the wood that we have in the house. All the wood we have in the house is this dark wood. What do you think?
50-50.
Do you know how hard it is to find vintage photo frames?
I've been looking for so long.
And then if you find one, that's the only one because it's somebody's old vintage frame. So I just thought this was a nice modern version of one. I picked these up on Amazon. They're only £16 each. They're all right, aren't
I like
they?
it a bit more now.
Yeah.
Like
anyway. Oh, I haven't shown you. Don't you think that's lovely?
It's so tiny.
Yeah, but isn't it so me?
That's cute.